So welcome, my name's Sara and Susie is here today as my student, and we're going to do a 20-minute beginners class. So Susie, if you can sit comfortably, that might be cross-legged or with the legs stretched out in front of you, whichever feels good for you. And I want you to be as comfortable as you can. So thinking about creating some length from the base of the spine. Closing down the eyes if that feels okay. If it doesn't, just allow the eyelids to be heavy and softening where you look. So we're going to draw an imaginary line. I want you to imagine that you've got a light, and that light can be whatever colour you want it to be. And bring it to the base of the spine. And you're going to draw that light up in between each of the vertebrae. And as you draw it up, you're going to create length and space and breadth. Really nice. So slowly drawing it into the middle of the back, in between the shoulders, into the nape of the neck, the back of the head. And draw it slowly up over the top of the head, down over the forehead, and just allowing the forehead to be heavy, softening the eyelids, softening the nose, softening the cheeks, and then bring that light into the mouth, allowing the jaw to be loose, softening the tongue, the teeth, and drawing it slowly over the throat, down into the chest, creating some space in the ribs, down over the belly, down into the pelvis, and then radiating outwards into the hips, down over the thighs, the knees, the shins, the calves, the ankles, the tops and bottoms of feet, and then the toes. Really nice. And then bringing your awareness to how you feel. So giving the body a scan. And you might have tension physically, you might have tension emotionally. And then bringing that focus to your breathing. So it's my belief that your breath is more important than any of the shapes that you make with your body today. So as you inhale, the belly expands and becomes really full. And then as you exhale, slowly drawing the belly backwards towards the spine. Lovely. Inhaling, belly fills and swells like a balloon. And then as you exhale, slowly drawing that belly backwards. Going again, inhaling, belly fills. Exhaling, belly draws back. So we're going to bring our breath together. So trying to breathe with your mouth shut. So breathing in and out through the nose. Inhaling. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4. Inhaling, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. So keeping that breath going. Really nice. And then with the breath, drawing the chin slowly towards the chest. Blinking the eyes open, bringing the gaze forwards. Great. So we're going to come straight over onto our hands and our knees. So as you come over onto your hands and your knees, I want you to spread the fingers wide. So imagine in between your fingers you've got some webbing. Middle finger is pointing forwards. Shoulders are going to stack over elbows, elbows over wrists, and hips over knees. And I want you to keep the arms long. So you're looking towards the tip of your nose, and the arms are staying long through the whole time, making contact with the tops of the feet on the ground. This looks great. So as you inhale, eyes rise and belly dips towards the ground. Exhale, slowly drawing the chin towards the chest, coming into an angry cat position. Really nice. Coming through again, inhaling, eyes rise and belly dips. Great. Slowly moving through. Exhale, drawing the chin towards the chest. Inhaling again, eyes rise towards the ceiling, belly dips towards the ground, keeping the arms long. Exhale, slowly drawing the chin towards the chest, and see if you can lift those shoulder blades towards the ceiling a little bit more. Great, one more of those with your own breath count. Really lovely, Susie. And then coming to a flat back, but keeping those arms long. So we're going to come into downward facing dog. So you're going to tuck the toes at the back of the mat. Keeping those arms as long as you can. We're going to lift those knees about an inch from the ground. So we're just going to hover there very briefly. And then you're going to slowly lift the bottom, lift the seat up towards the ceiling. Feet remain hip distance apart. And you're going to look in between the feet or towards your navel. Really good. So drawing those shoulder blades towards each other. Keep lifting through the hips. Breathing in. This looks fantastic. And breathing out, 1. Inhaling, pushing into the base of the index finger and thumb. Exhaling, 2. Inhale, 3. See if you can lift those hips towards the ceiling a little bit more. Exhale. Inhale, 4. Micro bending those knees a little bit. Great. Exhaling. Inhaling, 5. Exhaling, 5. On your next inhale, looking towards your hands, I want you to slowly see if you can walk the feet, heel toe the feet forwards. So heel comes down first and then toes. So you bring your feet towards the hands. Fantastic. And then exhale, folding. Inhale, bend those knees a little bit. Sweep those arms out wide. Palms touch above the head and you're going to look up towards the hands. And then exhale, slowly bringing those hands through the center of the body, so through the heart center. And then bringing the hands down by your side. So either separating the feet to hip distance apart if you've got a slightly achy lower back, or bringing big toes together, heels slightly apart. So coming into Tadasana, the first balance posture. So arms draw down by the sides, and I want you to imagine that you've got a thread or a rope that is drawing you up towards the ceiling from the crown of the head, and roots in the feet that are grounding you down. And you've got weights on the middle fingers that are drawing those arms down towards the ground. So really let the arms be heavy. So I want you to think about lifting through the shins, lifting through the kneecaps, lifting through the thighs. Finding some space between the pelvis and the navel, tucking the ribs in slightly. Finding that space again in the neck. So your eyes can be open or shut, whichever feels good. And then just bringing your focus and attention into your breathing. So as you inhale, the belly expands and becomes really full. And as you exhale, the belly draws back slowly towards the spine. Nice, softening the forehead. Really good. Okay, so coming to a half sun salutation, I'm going to stand this way for you. So inhale, sweep those arms out wide, palms touch above the head, reach as high as you can, look up. Exhale, we're going to hinge at the hips, sweep the hands either side of the feet, crown of the head reaches down, and just let all that tension and energy drop out. And your knees can be as bent as they need to be here. Inhaling, halfway lift, bring the hands onto the shins, find that extension through the spine, look towards the tip of your nose. Exhale, folding forwards a little bit more. Great. Inhale, bend those knees a little bit, sweep the arms out wide. So we're reversing that swallow dive. Palms touch above the head, look up. Exhale, slowly bringing those hands through the center of the body. Fab. Going through that again. Inhale, sweep those arms out wide. Exhale, swallow dive forwards, bringing the hands either side of the feet. Inhaling, halfway lift. Exhale, slowly folding back down. Inhale, sweep those arms out wide, palms touch above the head, look up. Exhale, slowly bringing the hands through the heart center. Really good. One more. Inhale, sweep those arms out wide. So really use that breath. Exhale, swallow dive forwards, bringing the hands either side of the feet. Inhaling, halfway lift. Find that length and extension through the spine, looking towards the tip of your nose. Nice. Exhale, folding. Inhale, sweep those arms out wide, palms touch above the head. Exhale, slowly bringing the hands back through the heart center. Really good. So bringing your hands onto your hips. So your feet are already separated. If they're not, then stepping those feet hip distance apart. So slight bend in the knees. Inhale, lifting that chest up to the ceiling, but keep the chin tucked a little. So the chest lifts, chin tucks. And then we're going to bend those knees, bring the belly towards the thighs. Hands come 10 to 12 inches in front of the feet. Crown of the head reaches down. And I want you to find that length through the arms. And you're working to lengthen and straighten those legs. So let the tension out of the neck and the head. Great. So keep pushing into the base of the hands. Breathing in. And breathing out. One. So let that head go, Susie. Good. Inhaling. Draw the shoulder blades towards each other a little bit more. Exhaling. 2. Inhale, 3. Find that even balance in heels and toes. Exhale. Inhale, 4. Exhale. Inhaling, 5. Great breathing. Exhaling, 5. So bend those knees a little bit. Draw the chin in towards the chest and slowly roll up. So just let the arms be heavy, head and neck being the last thing to stack. Really good. Coming back, just bring those shoulders up towards the ears and let them go. Bring them up again and let them go. Great. And then standing at the front of your mat. So we're going to come to warrior 1. So warrior 1, you're going to step back with the left foot. So the left foot steps back, right knee stacks over the ankle. And your toes of that left foot, if you imagine that you're on a clock face, are at 10 or 11 o'clock. Hands come onto the hips. Tuck the pelvis a little bit so you find a bit of a stretch in that hip flexor. Inhale, you're going to sweep those arms towards the ceiling. And maybe you can look up. Maybe that doesn't feel quite so good. So tuck the chin a little bit and then look up. Yeah, great. So breathing in, weight goes into outer edge of that back foot. And breathing out. 1, trying to twist those hips forwards. Good. Inhaling. Exhaling. 2. Don't let that knee go outwards. Yeah. Inhale. 3. Exhale. Inhale. 4. Belly fills. Exhale. Really lifting through those middle fingers. Inhaling. 5. Exhaling. 5. So on your next inhale, we're going to open those arms out towards your left. So your right knee is still stacked over the ankle, the right ankle, and those arms are opening wide. And I want you to check that that back hip tucks under. So we've got a nice stretch through that back leg. Imagine the arms are floating on water. Look towards the middle finger of that front hand. Draw the shoulder blades towards each other a little bit and tuck that chin. Breathing in, this looks lovely, Susie. And breathing out. 1. Inhaling. Exhaling. 2. Soften those shoulders a bit more. Good. Inhale. 3. Exhale, you could bend that front knee a little bit more. Inhale, 4. Exhale. Inhaling, 5. Exhaling, 5. So you're really slowly going to straighten that front leg. You're going to reach forwards as if you are about to grab something that is out of reach. Keep coming forwards a bit more. Then you're going to let that right hand swing in front of the right calf. Bring the left palm to meet it. Inhale, draw the middle finger up over the arm, over the collarbones towards the ceiling, and really find a lift. So we're coming into Trikonasana, triangle pose. Breathing in. Nice. And breathing out. 1. So tuck the chin a little bit more. Good. Inhaling. Exhaling. 2. Inhale, 3. Reaching through that middle finger. Exhale. Inhale, 4. Crown of the head reaches forwards. Exhale. It's a tricky pose to hold this. Inhaling, 5. Exhaling, 5. Bending that right knee, you're going to slowly come back up to your warrior 2. So the position that you were in last, Virabhadrasana 2. Bring the hands onto the hips. We're going to twist that back foot so that we come into a high lunge, and see if you can lightly step forwards to the front of your mat and just walk those feet out. Really good. So coming to the opposite leg. So we're taking our right leg back this time. Is that right? Yeah. So right leg back, left leg forwards. So if we were on a clock face, toes would be at 1 or 2 o'clock. Hips are pointing forwards. As you inhale, draw those arms towards the ceiling and find that lift and length. So you could do with bending that front knee just a little bit more. Great. Breathing in, soften those shoulders, soften the forehead. Breathing out. 1. Inhaling, take the weight into the big toe of that front foot. Exhaling. 2. Inhale, 3. Hips could move forwards a bit. Exhale. Great. Lift through those middle fingers. Inhale, 4. Exhale. Inhale, 5. Really use that breath. Exhaling, 5. And then slowly opening up into your Virabhadrasana 2, so warrior 2. And look towards that middle finger, tuck that back hip under. Roll that knee outwards a bit, good. And I want you to lead a bit more with the crown of the head. Great. Breathing in. Soften the shoulders and arms a bit more. Breathing out. 1. Inhaling. Exhaling. 2. Inhale, 3. Really use that breath. Exhale. Inhale, 4. Exhale. Inhaling, 5. Exhaling, 5. On your next inhale, you're going to straighten that front leg, so the left leg. Reach forwards with that left arm, so keep going, keep going, keep going. Let the left arm swing in front of the left calf. Bring the right palm to meet it. As you inhale, you're going to draw the middle finger up over the arm, over the collarbones, towards the ceiling, and find that lift, breathing in. So tuck your chin in a little bit more for me, Susie. Good. Exhaling. 1. Inhale, take the weight into the outer edge of that back foot. Exhaling. 2. Inhale, 3. Tuck the chin again. Exhale. Inhale, 4. Great breathing. Exhale. Inhaling, 5. Exhaling, 5. As you inhale, bend that front knee, slowly coming back up into your Virabhadrasana 2. You're going to bring the hands to the hips, twist that right foot, and see if you can come to step forwards. Great. And just stepping those feet out a little bit for me. Really good. So you're going to step your feet now wider than hip distance apart. So toes are pointing out, and you're going to bring the hands to the hips. So it's okay, we're going into Malasana, which people either love or or don't love. So either right up on the toes or seeing if you can bring the heels down to the ground. So bringing the hands together, we're going to bend those knees and bring the elbows on the inside of the knees. So Malasana, I want the tailbone to sink down, and I want you to keep that chin tucked, but you're leading with the crown of the head, and we're opening the chest. So leading with the area that the pendant would fall if you had one on your chest. I want you to draw the shoulder blades towards each other a little bit. Take the weight evenly into the feet if possible. Breathing in and breathing out. Really nice. Inhaling. Exhaling. 2. We're going to go up to 5. Inhale, 3. Doesn't matter if you come out of it before. Exhale. Inhale, 4. Exhale. Inhaling, 5. Exhaling, 5. So just for a bit of fun, seeing if you can sit without using those hands, extending those legs out in front of you, not harming yourself, obviously. Okay, so pointing and flexing those feet. Great. Bring the hands underneath the knees. Draw those knees in towards you. So knees come together here, and I want you to make contact with the toes, make contact with the heels. Knees and inner thighs draw towards each other. Find that lift and space again through the spine. Soften the shoulders. Tuck the chin. Bring that left arm around the shins. Good. Right hand's going to come to the base of the spine, and you're going to lift through that spine and look towards the right shoulder. So we're just gently twisting. So can you bring the knees together a little bit more? Yeah, good. Breathing in and breathing out, really lifting through the crown of the head. Inhaling. Exhaling. 2. Keep squeezing those inner thighs towards each other. Inhale, 3. Exhale. Inhale, 4. Exhale. Inhaling, 5. Exhaling, 5. So slowly coming to face the front of your mat. Bring the right hand around the shins. Left hand comes to the base of the spine. So come right up onto those fingertips. Imagine you're about to play the piano. And draw those knees and thighs towards each other. Good. Breathing in. Soften those shoulders. Breathing out. 1. Inhaling. Exhaling. 2. So can you come more up onto the fingers? Inhale, 3. Yeah, good. Exhale. Inhale, 4. Keep squeezing those knees and thighs. Exhale. Inhaling, 5. Exhaling, 5. And then slowly coming back to face the front. Really lovely. So from here, I want you to take the hands either side of the feet. Use the thumb to come to the base of the big toe, so towards the knuckle of the big toe. Draw the outside edge of the feet inwards. Keep the arms as long as you can. So you're going to super glue your belly to the thighs, and you're going to millimetre, centimetre, or possibly inch those heels away from you, but do not let that belly come off the thighs. So keep looking towards the tip of your nose. Keep extending through the crown of your head. You're aiming to bring your nose towards the shin, and then look towards the middle of your forehead. Breathing in, keep drawing those toes in a little bit more. Good. And breathing out. 1. Inhale, really use that breath. Exhaling. 2. Inhale, 3. Find a bit more extension through the top of your head. Exhale, really nice. Inhale, 4. Feel the breath. Exhale. Inhaling, 5. Exhaling, 5. And then really slowly draw the chin towards the chest, coming up to sit. And draw those knees in towards you. Just wrap those shins, bring the forehead down to the knees. Just allow yourself a few breaths. So we're going to come down onto our backs. So coming down onto the mat. I want you to bring the feet in towards you. So soles of the feet are on the mat, knees are pointing up towards the ceiling. Great. And if you can touch your heels with your middle finger, that's great. And then separate the feet a little bit more. So you should just about be able to see the outside edge of your feet. So I think that's maybe a bit too far, Susie. Yeah, good. Really nice. So we're gonna slowly peel the base of the spine from the ground. Nice. Maybe you can bring the hands towards each other underneath you. Good. Maybe you can extend those hands towards the heels a little bit more. So could you bring the heel of the hands together? Yeah, really nice. That helps to sort of roll the shoulders under a little bit more. Don't let those knees splay out. So imagining that between your knees you've got a block or a brick that you're going to hold there. And at home you could use one of those. So see if you can lift a little bit higher. Find that breath. So really bring your focus and attention back to your breathing. Fantastic. And then slowly, slowly rolling down. So top of the back comes down first, then middle of the back, then base of the back. Just taking a few breaths there. You might want to windscreen washer the knees from side to side. Good. So we're going to go up one more time. So slowly peeling the base of the spine up, middle of the spine. Hands come together underneath. Just check that your knees aren't splaying out. Bring that focus back to the toes and the heels. Maybe you can lift those hips a little bit higher. Find that breath. Bring the knees a bit closer together again. Lifting the glutes. And then slowly lowering back down to the mat. Great. Separate those feet so that they come to the outside edge of the mat. And just let those knees fall in. Take the arms out wide so they come into like a T shape. Palms facing up ideally, but if that doesn't feel good, the palms can face down. So both the knees can drop over towards your left. And maybe you can look towards the right. So trying to keep the shoulders down onto the ground. So just bringing your focus back into your breathing. Really good. And then looking towards the ceiling, bringing the knees towards the ceiling, dropping the knees this time over towards your right, and taking your gaze or your dristi being where you look towards your left. Finding your big breath. So keep bringing your focus and attention back to your breathing. Really nice looking back towards the ceiling. Bring the knees back in. So bring the knees in towards your chest. Give yourself a hug, so wrap those shins. And do intuitively what feels good for your body here. So that might be that you compress the spine down into the mat. It might be you circle the knees. It might be that you bring the forehead towards the knees. So any of those things, whatever feels good for you. And so we're going to come into a relaxation from here. So at the end of yoga practice, coming into Savasana. So separating the feet, if it feels comfortable, wider than the hips, so that the legs are heavy. Arms come slightly away from the body, palms facing up. Sometimes it's nicer to put the hands on the belly, whatever feels good. Finding a bit of a extension through the neck. So if you feel uncomfortable to start with, then just lifting the limbs and replacing them down onto the mat. Nice. So drawing a breath in through the soles of your feet. I want you to imagine that breath coming up over the shins, the knees, the thighs, the hips, the belly, the ribs, the chest, the throat. Hold that breath in the throat and then exhale. So let everything go. Drawing that breath in again through the soles of the feet. Bring it over the shins, the knees, the thighs, the hips, the belly, the ribs, the chest. Hold that breath in the throat and then exhale through the mouth. And just allow yourself to sink down. Let your breathing come back to its natural rhythm. And then slowly bringing your attention back in. Maybe you bring some movement into the toes and the fingertips. Maybe the ankles, the wrists, you circle them. And if you feel like it, having a stretch, so stretching those arms above you, pointing into the toes, really find that length. And then slowly bringing the knees in towards the chest, wrapping those shins, giving yourself a well-deserved hug. Nice. And when you're ready, rolling over onto your right-hand side and resting there. So keeping the eyes closed for a moment. And using your left hand to help push you back up to a comfortable seat. So just coming back to your comfortable seat. So that might be with the legs crossed or legs straight in front of you. Bring the hands onto the knees to start with. So the palms can be down or up, depending on how you're feeling. Allow the elbows to come in towards the ribs. Bring your focus back to where we started at the beginning of practice. Bringing that focus and attention back into your breathing. So as you inhale, that belly expands and fills. And as you exhale, it draws back slowly. Giving the body another scan. And when you're ready, blinking those eyes open, bringing the hands together. Thank you, Susie. Namaste. Thank you. Thank you, Sam.